Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Today we have one podcast presented by Ghizlane. It is about the importance of Shaban. She talked a lot about Shaban and how Shaban can be a way to prepare us for Ramadan. Before we get into the podcast, there are two mispronunciations. The first one is excitement, and then blessed, not blessed, blessed. So before we get into the podcast, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for submitting your podcast. It's very important that you track your progress through these podcasts. They help you see where you started and where you're heading. It's a pleasure to edit your podcast, to post them here, so keep those podcasts going. I will always post your podcasts when you send them, so do not give up. Even if it's Ramadan, do not give up. Just try to post as many as you want. You don't need to create the perfect podcast, to have the perfect script, the perfect topic. You can just talk about anything that is interesting, anything that is probably not interesting, and just share it here. The goal again is to improve your English, so you don't have to necessarily inform. You just talk as fluently as you could. All right, without further ado, I will leave you with the podcast.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm really happy to share this moment with you. Today we are going to talk about a special month that comes just before Ramadan. Today's topic is Shaban. So, to begin, let me ask you a simple question. How do you usually feel when Shaban arrives? For many people, it feels like a quiet month, a calm month, a month that prepares the heart and the mind for something big. Shaban is not as famous as Ramadan, but it is very important. First, let's understand what Shaban is. Shaban is the 8th month of the Islamic calendar. It comes just before Ramadan. Because of this, Shaban is often seen as a bridge between normal life and the special atmosphere of Ramadan. Now, let's talk about the spiritual meaning of Shaban. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to fast often during this month. When asked why, he said that Shaban is a month many people forget, and it is a month when deeds are raised to Allah. This teaches us something very important. Even when people are not watching, even when the month is quiet, our actions still matter. Because of this, Shaban is a perfect time to prepare. It is a time to slowly improve our habits. It is a time to start praying more. It is a time to read Quran a little more each day. So when Ramadan comes, the heart is ready. Now let's talk about fasting in Shaban. Fasting in this month is not obligatory. It is voluntary. However, it has great value. Fasting in Shaban helps the body and the mind get used to fasting again. As a result, when Ramadan starts, fasting feels easier. At the same time, Shaban teaches balance. Islam does not ask people to push themselves too hard. The goal is not to exhaust the body. The goal is to gently prepare for Ramadan, step by step. Now, let's talk about the middle night of Shaban, often called Importnance of Sha. Many Muslims believe this night. This night is very special. It is a night of mercy, forgiveness, and prayer. People use this night to ask Allah for forgiveness, to make dua, and to reflect on their lives. Because of this, Shaban is a month of hope. It reminds us that Allah's mercy is always near. It reminds us that it is never too late to return, to improve, and to ask for forgiveness. Now let's connect Shaban to daily life. Shaban is a good time to clean not only the house, but also the heart. It is a good time to forgive others. It is a good time to let go of anger and bad habits. It is a good time to set intentions for Ramadan. For example, we can ask ourselves simple questions. How do I want my Ramadan to be? What bad habits do I want to stop? What good habits do I want to build? Shaban gives us time to think calmly before the rush of Ramadan begins. As Shaban comes to an end, excitement grows. People start talking about Ramadan. Mosques prepare, families prepare, hearts prepare. Shaban quietly steps aside and gives space to Ramadan. So let's finish with this message. Shaban is not forgotten month. It is a preparation month. It teaches us that big changes start with small steps. If we respect Shaban, Ramadan becomes more meaningful. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I hope it helped you understand the beauty and importance of Shaban. Until next time, take care, prepare your heart, and may your Ramadan be blessed. And bye.